since birth, this music man made history by proving that music needs neither harmony, nor melody, nor cadence, nor a beat, nor a meaning, nor anything that could even be remotely characterized as something pleasant to the ear. His brand of Muzak made him instantly popular among the residents of Winchester House and got him a spot as a judge on America's Got Talent. Please yell and holler for Jeremy F. Sharp Marino.
Now, this math teacher's campaign against the number 2 on the grounds that it is both even and prime, which he feels is both illogical and ridiculous, gained him entry into the world's most prestigious mental health facility, where he successfully proved that, in a cage match, Pythagoras would kick Einstein's butt. Relatively, of course. He juggles, he pantomimes, and he smells like soup. Please give 3 cheers for Rick, in my prime, Brenner.
Could we put his PowerPoint up, please?
Which one am I pressing here? Is the right buttons?
Yes. Towards this way.
Jeremy Marino, are you ready? Here's your clock, sir.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Math. Mathematics. It describes the universe. It gives clarity to our world. It makes the unknown known. It sends rockets to Pluto. It unravels the motion of spinning black holes. It calculates the explosive force of nuclear fission, the trajectory of a spiraling football, the speed of sound through matter. And yet, who cares? No one. It is none of those interesting things I just enumerated. It is merely a tool used to make sense of those things. When you look at a Picasso, you don't appreciate his brushes. There is no separate display case for the chisels that made the David. One does not go to a concert half filled with thousands of people to look at Beethoven's There we go. Take the music out of a movie, it becomes pointless, a sad farce. Take the math out of the movie, and it's the same movie. This is a tale of 2 abstractions, one useful but uninteresting, another elemental to our existence as humans. Look at these, the most important mathematical equations discovered by man. People with limited social opportunities might call them beautiful or elegant. They elucidate core concepts of the nature of our universe. By the way, I made up half of those. Did you notice? Did you care? Math uses abstractions because it is hard to understand. Complexity limits depreciation to all but a few. Solve for x? What the heck is x? Is it some number of apples Susie ate? Is it the minutes before one train passes another train? It's probably just the number of times I've yawned because I don't care. Music is the best kind of abstraction. Purposefully unexplained, confidently leading you into the unknown. When words fail, as they so often do, and numbers come up short, as is their nature, music takes over. Math can describe gravity, but music can create gravity. Only a force that no equation can define. Music inspires. Actually, inspiration, the word is but another poor simulacrum of what music can be. Hope, triumph, joy, love, ecstasy, melancholy, torment, horror, ennui. Music is all of these things, often simultaneously, mixed together in a jumble that only your experience as a human being can decipher. A mystery capable of infinite revelations. What does this mean to you? Come on. What does it mean? Jeez Louise. Here we go. What is this? Oh my goodness, you were driving me nuts here. There we go. What does this mean to you? Is it a memory, a flash of an instant in time? The face of a friend? The smell of her perfume? The angst-filled turn of a stomach? Perhaps it means nothing but your head bobbed, moved by not physical waves of sound, but by the metaphysical waves of music. Go ahead. Let it move you. Yeah, that's evolution. That's primordial. That's your humanity reaching for its sustenance. Feed it. Oh, that's not your jam? No worries. There is something for everyone. Music is everywhere. Music is everything. Math is in music the way the color orange is in a sunset. Integral but only a part. Music is the sunset, the experience you remember. Take math out of your life, and Mother Earth still flies around a middle-aged star. Music is life. There is no separation without annihilation. Done.
Music or math? Well, they go... Hey, I want those extra 4 seconds. I think I'm ready. Music or math, they go together like a hand in a glove. But in the hierarchy of life, math is above. Take Pythagoras, he was a musician and a most renowned mathematician. But clearly he's famous for his geometry theorem. For this reason, people still revere him. Music or math? Well, actually, we need music and math. But clearly in life, math is important, like the need for a bath. Not so for music, with which we could do without, even though admittedly I might pout. Without music, life would go on by default. But without music, life would come to a halt. You can't even have music without math. That would put you on the wrong path. Music needs math, it's easy to see, but math doesn't need music, you'll have to agree. How do you find out that opus? No math makes it quite bogus. That's right, you need a number, or you might as well slumber. The many needs for math are paramount. In music, you wouldn't even be able to count. Eighth notes, quarter notes, half notes, and whole. Sounds to me like fractions is the goal. Many songs are structured in counts of 8. If you can't count, that wouldn't be great. No math makes it impossible to educate, and you will suffer a terrible fate. In a great symphony, movements are numbered. No math, you're just encumbered. Even if you've got plenty of rhythm, you can't calculate an earthquake without a logarithm. No math, you can't build a roof with correct pitch, even if you can play and sing on pitch. Consider the need for that bridge, or the correct volume of that new fridge. Can't do without numerical analysis. Using merely a song would cause paralysis. That suspension bridge needs a catenary. Playing an instrument is just so ordinary. If you just tweet like a canary, your bridge is going to be in the tributary. Miss the path of that new satellite because the math ain't been done right. Future's not looking too bright. Scientists sit back and listen to a fugue, neglect the math, and they get sued. Want to get a great job? Study your math and join Charles Schwab. Go out and become a CPA. Be sure to keep up your GPA. Doing math is like a gym for the brain. Someone needs to calculate the height of that crane. If all you do is play piano or you sing soprano, your brain just might turn into a mushy banana. Math finds the thrust of that rocket. You musicians, you can't knock it. Country musicians tell their problems in a ballad. We mathematicians, we find the solution. It's so rad. You want to maximize that profit? Take the derivative and make a deposit. No work to do? That oratorio is nice. When comes the mortgage, you'll pay the price. Want to get a good job, make something in your life, not be full of strife? You need mathematical expertise. You can't just play a nice orchestral piece. What are you going to do when it's time to pay your taxes? The IRS will come after you with axes. What are you going to do, sit there and bawl instead of giving your accountant a call? Better hope his math is on the ball. To find those insurance rates, you need an actuary. Otherwise, you'll be early to the mortuary. If you just arrive there to sing or play on your piano string, you may prefer improvisation. I think I'll take differentiation. You go ahead and do your instrumentation. I'm going to do some integration. You're more likely to make a living using mathematics. Mr. Regner can do without your dramatics. In the end, you see, math is a matter of the head. but music is a matter for the heart instead. With math, you can march to the beat of your own drum. If all you can do is hum, you'll just become a bum. Mathematically, your life's never on the rocks while thinking differently outside the box. This keen advice from Miss Jostin: our root beer glasses will be toastin'. If it's only a chord you've been boastin', music's gonna get a roastin'. If you can't, all you can do is, if you can't add, it'll make you sweat, even if you can play a triple-time minuet. It's fun to visit the symphony and sit in the lobby, but you see, music's really just a hobby. Without math, music wouldn't be, and that's why math is better than singing on key. Turns out I'm a poet, though I didn't know it. Wow, this poem's really taking it out of me. Time to go listen to a concerti.
You were exactly 4 minutes. That was impressive. Like, exactly. All right, now it's up to you. Is it Marino? Or is it Mr. Brenner? Nice job, gentlemen. I think Mr. Brenner won that one.
All right, let's cue up round 2. We need our clicker.
Somebody take it? Somebody have the clicker? Marino.
It's on the stand.
Brenner. You put it in your pocket. All right.
All right, can we get the slide with the teachers on it? The slideshow with the teachers' photos. I don't know if there's anyone up there.
Somebody's back.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, here we go.
All right.
Cool. And can you cue up our music?
all right.
It's going to be Ebling and Greenswag.
She broke the internet in half when she declared that all life is just a figment of Kanye's imagination and that we all simply exist as the cheerleaders of his ego. Since then, she has perfected the art of the selfie, toured with Metallica, and learned to meditate through Gregorian chant. Her favorite color is chamomile, and her favorite meal is wheat. Give it up for Sarah Black Eyed Peas Greenswag.
Former president of the NRA and co-founder of the Libertarian Party, this man is one doodle dandy. The best 3 words to describe him are combative, pompous, and soft. Although he spends most of his time outside studying horticulture and the mating rituals of tree frogs, he wears SPF 50 every day, so that seemingly natural glow actually comes from cans and cans of spray tan. Please welcome Ryan, I always exfoliate, Ebling.
I know it's kind of a cocky move, huh? For what? Oh, the thing. I understand that defending bling is an uphill battle. I'm well aware of the stigma of bling. I even know that bling is not even really a word people say nowadays. It's a word your dad uses in front of your friends for some reason, and you're embarrassed when he does. But I'm here today not to defend the use of the word bling, but to remind you of why bling became a thing. Let's look back at how bling got its bad reputation. If you want, Miss Greenswag, I'll get historical. When Run DMC first hit the scene in the mid-'80s with their gold chains as big as ropes around their neck, they were making a statement about how far they had come. The audacity of these inch-wide gleaming monstrosities made some people mad. And you should know when I say some people, I mean white people. As more and more rappers wore bigger and bigger bling, some people found their feathers more and more ruffled. Who do they think they are, some people asked. What's with those shoes, and who do they think they're impressing with that jewelry? Some people were scared of such audacity. Yes, some people may not like to admit it, but bling scared some people because of the threat that it posed to some people's status in society. If rappers and other people like them can afford such opulent bling, what else will they be able to afford? Fancy cars? A house in some people's neighborhood? I'll let one of the early bling pioneers, Cheryl Salt James of Salt and Peppa, look him up, explain what bling was supposed to represent. She said, for generations, black people were economically disadvantaged, so bling was a way for us to say, we're making it too. It makes you feel good about yourself. Those shackles, they're platinum now. Those shackles are diamonds around your wrist. We did it on our own, and bling emphasizes that. But somehow bling got twisted into something self-indulgent, not empowering. Bling became a disgusting show of conspicuous consumption. Still not falling for it? Let me give you a push. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. If we're honest with ourselves, we all want bling. People dismiss bling as petty, but bling is one of history's most powerful driving forces. We wouldn't have some people in North America if it weren't for the quest for bling. When newly engaged couples share the news of their impending nuptials, one of the first things they'll hear is, let me see the ring. When talented athletes get on in years, khaki-clad pundits assess their success not in stats, but in rings. There's a reason nearly all major awards glitter and twinkle. The Oscar isn't a pat on the back. If it's worth winning, it's shiny, it's bright, it says, I made it. Bling isn't just gaudy, vain, and pathetic. Bling is whatever you add to make you shine. Whatever you put on to remind yourself you can step to anyone and spit the hottest fire, the world just doesn't know it yet. So let's cast off the myth of pathetic bling. Cast off sad bling. Let's cast off mall kiosk, pink bedazzled, fake Chanel iPhone case bling. Forget the fake, fancy desperation of rhinestones on sweatpant butts and cubic zirconia falling off your gas station sunglasses and think of real bling. Mr. T bling. Bling that reminds you that Run DMC owned those sucker MCs, that Biggie earned that crown. Bling that reminds you why 2 Chainz doesn't call himself Polite Smiles. Bling that reminds you that there's no Yeezus without Jesus pieces. Bling that makes you look 2, 3, 4 more times. Awe-inspiring bling that demands your attention and your respect and not your scorn. Bling that stands tall when your swag is more sag. Bling that sings when swag lost its voice.
This is my first rodeo. All right. Can you hear me? No? Yeah, good? Woo! All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Before I had the task of figuring out how to defend swag, I used to think it originated with my family, the Greenswags. Or rather, my great-grandfather, Abraham Greenswag. When he left Russia in the early 1900s, sailed across the Atlantic, and landed in Galveston, Texas, something amazing happened. The immigration agent mutated Abe's original last name, Greenswag, into something easier to pronounce and easier to spell, Greenswag. This has to be the most fortunate miscommunication in the history of the land. And great-grandpa Abe brought his swaggy style north up the Mississippi River to Davenport, Iowa, where he lived the rest of his swaggy life and brought 5 more Greenswags into the world. And those baby Greenswags grew up to be so fresh and so cool that the word swag just caught on. And pretty soon it was synonymous with awesome. Well, that's what I thought. Turns out I was wrong. So, it is appropriate to do a history lesson to get this Right Club bout started. 2 words, swag and bling. Both new additions to the English vernacular, or are they? The age-old question has been puzzling us for centuries. Which came first, the bling or the swag? So to be polite, today we'll let bling go first. Bling was first coined in the 1990s by a rapper from the Cash Money Millionaires. He used the term in reference to his song, Bling Bling, a line from the song. Pinky ring worth about 50, bling bling. Every time I buy a new ride, bling, bling. And then a few years later, the word was adopted into the Oxford English Dictionary with the official definition, expensive, ostentatious clothing and jewelry. And today, the term bling has become so mainstream that, like Mr. Ebling pointed out, it's used by our grandparents. So now, for the history of swag. Not swag, the acronym for stuff we all get, but swag, the attitude. Swag, the shortened version of the original word, swagger. When most of us think of swag, we might go back to 2008 when T.I. and Jay-Z released the song Swagga Like Us. But in reality, the word swagger is much older. It wasn't these kings of hip-hop that first coined the term. It was the OG wordsmith from the hard streets of Elizabethan England. That's right, Billy Shakespeare. Swag is as old as 1605. In A Midsummer Night's Dream, the character Puck said, quote, "What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here?" And then again, in Henry IV, Mistress Quickly complained about the drunkards in her tavern when she said, quote, "I have not lived all this while to have swaggering now. Shut the door, I pray you." So in Shakespeare's day, the word projected a sense of arrogance and big-headedness, but the term has evolved since the 1600s. A dictionary from the late 1800s defined swagger as a verb meaning to boast or to brag, but that definition didn't last either. In the 1990s, swagger entered the world of hip-hop, and once there, it took on a whole new meaning and dropped its last syllable, hence swag. And since then, swag has grown to mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and that, to me, is the power of the word. Outsiders can stake a claim to a corner of our cultural universe by labeling whatever it is that they are into as hashtag swag. From Shakespeare's drunkards to 20s gangsters, 70s rockers, 90s rappers, and the nerds of today owning their hashtag nerd swag, these marginalized groups have found their swag and made it something truly cool and authentic. So when you take a step back and size this all up, it's obvious, isn't it? Swag's 500-year history to bling's 30 years, and it's not just because I like old things. You don't have to be convinced by that. What else does swag have over bling? I'm so glad you asked. Bling is an object. Swag is untouchable. Bling can be copied. Swag can never be imitated. Bling might get you in the door. Swag is the building. Bling is in the dictionary. Swag is undefinable.
All right, is it bling or swag? Is it Ebling? Or is it Greenswag? Mr. Ebling, I think you are the winner. Nice job.
All right, ladies and gents, it is time for round 3.
Hello? There we go. This lifelong Cubs fanatic proposed to the love of his life while on Wrigley's fan cam. He has an amazing ability to predict snowstorm intensity and the Cubs' knack for choking. Mr. Schaefer enjoys basting turkeys, knitting Christmas sweaters, and relaxing in his Jell-O-filled kiddie pool during the summer. Please welcome Bo the Cardinal Schaefer.
Looking prettier than a new set of snow tires, Matt Leone's passion for balloon animals is the stuff of nightmares. His house is filled with balloon lampshades, balloon clothing, balloon books, balloon friends. All in the hope of one day starring in his own real-life version of the movie Up. He wishes every day were Easter, as his favorite foods are jelly beans and Peeps. Let's give it up for Matt, full of hot air, Leone.
Can we have Leone's PowerPoint up, please?
I don't think they want it. Nope. I don't know what the heck that is. Got something else?
It was up there this morning.
Schaefer. The guy name's got switched on him, I think, so pick the other one.
Was that yours?
I like how as we were all like, what is that? He just sat there.
Okay.
Matt Leone, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go!
Mr. Schaefer, I want you to know I love birding too. Okay? One of the best parts about fishing is you also get to go birding. But I put this together just to show you how much better fishing truly is. Alas, poor Bo, perhaps you know, when I get a bird, it's much like a fish. I provide a yummy dish. Okay? These fish you see are reproductions. Oh, they serve so many functions. The fish you see are here for you to see still swim for you and me. With what should I decorate my house? It makes you so angry you want to pounce. There is no cause for you to worry. With fish you do it in a hurry. So many folks have just one wish, to catch that one great big fish. When I take them as their guide, I always leave them smiling wide. Whoops. Whoops, he's going too fast. To get a fish for a child, those little kids just go wild. To give an old quote without sounding mild, give a man a fish, but for one day he has a dish. Teach a man to fish, and to eat will never simply be a wish. How many friends have come and gone? The ones you fish with never go wrong. Time with family is never lost. Fishing with them is worth the cost. Take them with you to wherever. The memories will last forever. To spend time on the water with your pop is something that should never stop. For when he passes and days are sad, fishing will lead you to a man who's like a second dad. And Bo, just for you, time fishing alone may feel odd, not to put poor Bo in a pot. But the birds you see while you're fishing will give you the nod. You don't need a ton of money to grab a rod. You just may feel closer to God.
And then we need the mystery slides up again.
Bo Schaefer, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hi, everyone. I didn't do a poem, so I feel kind of out of place, but hopefully I have my top 10 list of why birding is way better than fishing. I don't want to belabor the obvious, but in fishing, you kill stuff, and birding, you appreciate stuff. But that's my starting point. So, I don't want to do a lot of mudslinging, but, you know, we don't like to kill stuff, yeah. Okay, so my number one reason that's really more important, if you go fishing, you might get eaten by the fish. That would suck, not be cool. Okay, number two, you get to wear binoculars. Now, some people mistakenly think binoculars are not cool. They would be mistaken. So, when you're walking along the trail in the forest preserve and you have your binoculars on, and of course you're Raiders of the Lost Ark hat because you need that too. And then, so you're walking down the trail and somebody comes up to you and they say, "Excuse me, sir, can you tell me what those big birds are over there?" And I say, "Well, of course, those are sandhill cranes." And they look at you and like, "Wow, do you actually know stuff?" "Why, yes, I do." So, automatic self-esteem goes up. Is that not cool? That's cool. Of course it's cool. All right, number three. I don't know about you, but I love beauty. Beauty is good. I love colors. Colors are really good. When I go see bright colors that are beautiful, it makes me feel happy. Love it, okay? Some of the birds are some of the most beautiful things on the planet. Not kidding. These things look like they were hand-painted. It's amazing. And that's just in this country. You go to, like, the tropics, it's incredible. Reason number four. Also appreciate weirdness. There's lots of weirdness in the bird world. The secretary bird runs around stomping on snakes. That's got to be one of the coolest things ever. Are you serious? The shoebill cracks turtles with its shell, I mean with its beak. He's got this big, huge beak, and he looks like a dinosaur. The three-belled wattle bird, I don't even know what that is, but he looks ridiculous, so it's kind of funny. Plus, you can make really weird noises when you're birding, and you know what? Nobody cares because the birds are making weird noises and they love it. So if you're walking around on the Des Plaines River Trail, like over at Daniel Wright Woods, and you want to say, for example, call in a barred owl, you just make some weird barred owl noises and you'll get a barred owl. Like, for example, hoo 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 hoo. Hoo 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 ah. Hoo 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 ah ah ah. And you got a bunch of monkeys like 14 feet away from you, and they sound like monkeys, I'm not kidding. And they just come flying in out of nowhere. So yeah, you're Dr. Dolittle. You can talk to the animals. How cool is that? It's really cool. That's how cool it is. Now, you may not know this, but as a birder, you can solve crimes. You got binoculars, you can see birds, you can also see people stealing TVs from people's houses. Throw those rotten criminals in jail, man. Reason number 8. How's my time? Oh my gosh. All right, reason number 8. Let's see. I ran out of time. Shoot, I hit a lot more too, sorry. Well, thank you very much. This has been fun. Bye.
All right, one more vote. Is it Mr. Leone? Or is it Mr. Schaefer? Nice job to both of you.